Oh my God, I'm nervous now.
I'm so nervous.
This is actually going to be, I think this is our season 4.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Brand new
Confident.
year, brand new season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your girl Nikita.
Ishagal Taj.
And you're listening to Two Chickpeas in a podcast. Where the bloody hell have we
Where the
been?
bloody hell?
Where have we been?
It's been like time.
A minute.
And we're just here again. Hey everyone.
You thought you could get rid of us?
Well, actually, I'm surprised we're back, to be fair. Don't you think? Actually, no,
What
you
do
knew.
you mean?
No, I don't know. I just didn't know I was going to come
I was like
back.
nodding and then I was like, wait, what do you
Wait,
mean?
I just didn't know I was going to come back, but I'm so happy.
I was gonna say, okay, I get what you mean. It's more I also feel that we've come back because the universe has literally pushed us into
Yeah.
doing this
Yeah.
through other people asking, like, can we come
Mm.
on? Can we do this? And I'm telling people, like, we've been out for such a long time. Like, are you sure? Yeah, we still want to work with you. Da da da. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
nice.
universe.
Thank you for staying with us, to be fair,
Yeah.
because I swear down, like I swear, I honestly thought I low-key was like done. And it wasn't even like I didn't enjoy
Well,
it
you were
anymore.
like done with the podcast.
I was done.
I know
I don't know, Nikita. I don't know. Oh my God, confessions. I feel like we've just got straight into it, innit? Let me just tell you, we're back for a new season. I'm not going anywhere. We're not
Gosh,
going
I didn't
anywhere.
even
We're
think
not going.
Two Chickpeas would ever continue. What? Oh
No,
my
I
goodness.
did. I just thought I think I wasn't ready to come back. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I think where it's abruptly like pushed me, I'm like, okay, actually, maybe I really need this because so much has
Yes.
changed in the time that we've been away. And if you're new here and you're listening for the first time, like, hello and welcome. But like we have been here for a hot minute. And I think it was only right that we did take the break. Not like it wasn't even planned. It wasn't planned break. It wasn't like we
No, and I feel
chose.
really bad actually because we have so many things we recorded and never put out. And
Yeah.
that is just because life was in our face and was grinding us down.
Life was really lifing. And like, you know, it's so funny because we have this podcast where we want to talk about our issues and our problems, right? But I feel like I find it so difficult sometimes, or like I feel really nervous and anxious. Like, let's take it back to all the way to season 1, yeah?
Oh, you
Like,
hate it.
I honestly, and this was before we was even on camera, I would fucking go nuts. Like, I would be up all night with anxiety. I even took off like episodes off, like
Yeah.
off the air basically. Like we already had like streams on Apple and Spotify and stuff, and I literally would just go on and just delete it. And Nikki would get so mad, like we've just fucking lost loads of plays, and I'm like, who cares? But at the same time, like that was deep in it, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, to now, I think, you know, because like I'm so much older now, like I think I fully missed the year of 30 in the podcast where like I thought I'd be
Oh
talking about
yeah.
30 a lot. I'm
You still
31 now.
can.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, that whole year last year didn't podcast, turned 30, did not podcast, was meant to be like new era. Um, but you know, I missed
We are in a
that.
new era. You can still talk
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
I just feel like year of 30 was, and again, it was the year of the snake. So it was kind of like we had to shed a lot of shit off. And I think a lot was happening, which we'll get into a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad to be back here with you.
Always glad to be
Even
back
though
with
we
you.
had a fight here on the way.
I was gonna say, do you think we can ever record an episode of a podcast without having a mini fight in the
No.
car on the way here?
Never.
No.
Never. I really tried. Guys, I swear down, like we will argue on the way to this podcast studio 9 times out of 10. And probably the one time we don't fight is because I'm coming from east and you're coming from west.
So when we're not together,
talking.
okay.
And when we don't talk, but every time we're on the way here, we'll argue, and then we just won't speak.
Yeah.
But then this happens in it, and you just love me in it. Just love me, little goodie.
I love you.
It's really lovely to be back with you, though. I can't lie.
It is good to be back. And I feel good being back. I agree. I feel like the universe did push us into doing this. And I didn't necessarily know or envision that we were going to start this journey again. I mean, Snay, our momager, the Kris Jenner in our
She's the
lives.
Kris Jenner of this podcast.
We're going through it mentally. Like, we're opening up to her. We're telling her what's happening. Okay, so when are you starting the podcast again?
Yeah,
You
you
know,
guys
you
are
need to.
just like, you guys have just not released anything.
Yeah.
And like, what's going on? When you
What's
gonna do it? And
yeah, like, Mom, I'm telling you what's going on. Yeah, she's just of that mindset, isn't it? Of like,
she's like, yeah,
we had
get
to
up, go to work, innit? And I'm just
carry
like,
on.
hello.
Yeah,
But no, that's also something like I think we're really good at is like going through it.
yeah.
And we do
We're good
always,
at going through it.
yeah, no,
We're experts
as
at
in
this
like,
point.
no, as in like we go through it, but we kind of have to, we know that we can't stop life. I stopped the podcast because I love the podcast so much, but it's energy. And I feel like you can really see that energy. Like, I wasn't happy.
I agree. I think this is our baby and our art form, and I don't want to put negative, low frequency energy into something that I
Mm,
want to last
mm.
forever or that can be viewed forever, essentially. And I'm really glad that we took a break, and I feel really good being back. I personally have really delved into my therapy journey in the time that we've been away,
You have.
and
You've been doing therapy though. I don't think you ever, you've not stopped for a long time. Actually, no, I remember this episode. I think it was like our season 2 when we came back, and then you were like, I'm in therapy, guys. And I was like, well, whoa. But since then, you haven't stopped, have
I
you?
haven't
Since you
stopped.
started, you haven't stopped, which,
But I think I mean, I was doing therapy, but I wasn't, I was just talking about things that didn't matter as much or avoiding the bigger stuff.
mm.
And then,
Like what? Like your day-to-day life? Like if someone pissed you off or something, you talk about that? Or,
yeah, just minor things or like this guy, it was mainly about guys and just moaning about them where I
yeah.
have bigger issues
Yeah,
than
but you
guys.
didn't want to open the Pandora's box, if you remember. I quote it again. She didn't
It's
want to open
true, I
the,
didn't.
and now I feel like you have, and you kind of have been forced to.
Yeah, and I think the other clarity I have from taking the time off and delving into therapy is that you can process the things that happen in your life, but what I wasn't doing was processing the pain,
Mm.
and that was a lot. And I am a better person for it, I think. And pain demands to be felt. I was doing such a good job for the first third of my life, like really suppressing that and being on the go. I remember talking about I think I talked about this, the pandemic and how that just stopped me in my tracks, and that really effed with me because I was so used to being on the go, like you couldn't stop me, I was a machine. And so then when the whole world stopped, it just brought up things I didn't know were gonna like come
Mm.
to the surface. And then since the pandemic, really, I've been going through it. But then when we took time off, I was like, okay, I'm committed now because something did happen to me around the time that we recorded with Silver J around that podcast. And it's ironic that I mean, maybe this is something I'll talk about later. I don't think it's right for this episode, but yeah, something happened around that time. And it's really ironic that we recorded that episode because I shouldn't have been recording that episode. But that incident really forced me to look at myself and realize that I couldn't protect myself because of my trauma and because of the response I had. I froze in the moment and I couldn't protect myself, and then that's what's really made me commit to my journey of healing. And I would say honestly in the last few weeks alone is when I've started to feel really good about myself for the first time in my life, by the way. Like having true confidence in myself and what I bring to the table, who I am as a person, and what I have to offer the world. I think for so long I've felt, and I've been brought up in the 2000s as well, which is like a warping time to like grow up in, especially if you don't look like everyone else, especially if you're a bigger girl. Do you know what I mean? I think I carried this thing with me for so long about how I look and how it's not good enough and it's not
And now you
worthy
feel
enough.
like you're finally embracing yourself.
Embracing myself and just realizing I'm a work in progress. Like I don't necessarily think like
Fuck
I'm
everyone, you're so beautiful. I literally, it makes me so sad inside my heart, inside my soul, like to hear you say that about yourself because I view you as someone who's just like this amazing, great person. And obviously, like, I am your biggest protector, and I know I'm younger, but I am your biggest protector and advocate and everything and supporter. And it's crazy. sad to hear you feel these types of ways about yourself.
That's how I felt when you would talk about your nose, because I
Yeah.
never saw that.
I
Do you
get
know?
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I do have a sense of confidence. And I know that's so fucking so I know I should be probably saying to you guys like, oh yeah, don't worry, you don't need to change yourselves or whatever. But I think when you have your biggest insecurity
Yeah.
and then you go get a nose job, like it works, man. Like I feel so much more
I think
confident. But
mine was a bit more different. Yeah, I could get on Manjaro or other things, and maybe I will. Like, I'm into it. But I think confidence really does start from within. And I think I knew that so much. There's no point me doing, not that I don't go gym or work out and things like that. I do all of those things for my mental health more than anything. But yeah, I don't have like pretty girl privilege in life. Do you know what I mean? And I
that's
really
wild
felt
because
that so much.
you
And I allowed
exude
myself.
you exude the confidence. You really do. Like
Because
even
again, I was thinking earlier today, like as a bigger girl, I think, and I wonder if other girls think this as well, you have to bring something to the table because you will just be labeled that. So you have to be like confident, you have to be good at your whatever you're doing, you have to be funny, you know
you
what
feel
I
like you
mean?
own being that girl then. You're saying you own being this bigger girl because you bring something to the table or
No, I just think I remember from a young age feeling like I have to prove myself because I'm already viewed, like the world already wants to view me one way and look at me and decide that they think that they know me because of that. And I was really thinking about this recently so much, and I really believe that. And now that I have suddenly come through this journey of healing, not that I'm on the other side, I really feel like I'm scratching the surface. I'm sorry, I really feel like I'm scratching the surface with that journey. Um, and yeah, the newfound confidence, I'm so glad I've done the work I have for myself. I think have a new
props to
perspective on
you.
myself, and even just understanding my childhood traumas and stuff. You actually brought it up when we were at a friend's 30th and I started like cleaning up and tidying up and doing all of this. And she's like, why? You said, why do you feel like you have to
Whose
do
is
this?
that? A friend.
Kieran's.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because your auntie. You're like a
Not
mussy in it. You're like,
auntie.
hello, let me clean. Yeah, I know, I get that though. I do get it as well, also that okay,
You just
look.
love to call me auntie any given
Yeah, I
chance
do.
you have.
Because you're mussy. You're actually mussy. Carry on.
Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, I just think, yeah, with the things I was carrying with me, I had to be this kind of person or show that. But now I really feel like I have true confidence in myself and who I am and what I bring to the table. It's a different energy altogether. And I'm really excited for where this leads and what it might look like moving forward even more.
Yeah.
And even me, I think even my like I tried Pilates recently for the first time,
Amazing.
and
I still have never done that
it's
shit.
that shit will humble you. But I'm so glad I did it. And I think my mindset going into it, and like I wasn't great at everything, you know, it was my first time going.
You just gotta get up and go, isn't it? You
But
gotta
that's the
go.
attitude I had. But I think honestly, because I've processed so much, it's allowed me to my brain space and my thinking space to change. It's so nice when you're not putting yourself down constantly or anxious about something constantly, like what your brain can do by
Mm.
letting go of that. It's
Mhm.
amazing. So yeah, I gave it a good go. I'm excited to go back. You know, and I knew I wasn't doing everything perfectly, but the difference was I just knew I'm a work in progress and I don't have to be perfect at this. And I think you can hear things like that again and again, but to feel it is a different notion altogether, isn't it? Like it's, you know,
Yeah, absolutely. When you just surrender to like fuck the anxiety and fuck the fear and just see how you feel, and then you realize, oh, that actually wasn't that bad. It's such a nice feeling,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
And I'm really proud of you. Well done. I'm
Thank
proud of
you.
you for going to therapy and carrying on and working through your shit because I haven't been.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in therapy for a while and then I stopped. And I wish, you know what, like I think therapy was good for me to talk again about things, but again, I was not really entering the things that I needed to really speak about, really talk about. Again, childhood, again, just like things that had happened. And then even more so. And then like shit, life like shat on us and I still haven't, and I knew I couldn't come to the podcast. I knew I couldn't really deal with anything. I mean, I was dealing with still a nine, like not having a 9 to 5. I was in shift work. I've been in shift work for so long, about 6, 7 years, which is a long time,
I could never do it.
ruining my life and my weekends, working every other weekend. And like it, props to anyone who does shift work, because it
Mm.
is hell for me personally because of my lifestyle. I feel like where everybody was able to meet up, when everyone would be meeting up on the weekends and like after work, and I'm there at work till like stupid o'clock. And doing something I didn't enjoy and wasn't my passion, that would bring me down and that would make me feel like worthless, because I'm like, how can I not get another job? Like, look at me with that podcast, man. And I just couldn't get a job that I wanted to, and or with a salary that was like respectful enough towards me. So that was getting me down. I think I'm moving to East London really, like I had been there for a few years now, but it was, I still feel like I was finding my balance there, and commuting and also giving time to my boyfriend, giving time to my family and my friends. I think I was just finding everything so hard. But then also dealing with things that were going on at home, which again, like I know like it's so crazy. We're on the podcast and I wanted to be like a little bit more open with what's been going on at home and stuff, but I'm just, I don't know, so
I don't
loads
think
to
you're
talk
ready. Whereas
about.
because when we were talking about coming back and doing this episode, I was like, I'm ready to talk about all of this stuff because yeah, me doing the work and therapy and stuff has given me the confidence to talk about it and
But I
not.
think like because maybe you have dealt with it in therapy, whereas like I haven't dealt with it outside of therapy, let alone in therapy.
Mm.
I think I've been just trying to survive again. And like, for example, getting out of this shift work and getting into this 9 to 5 came at a time where maybe it was the universe. So, obviously, I would say obviously, a lot of you don't know, but we lost our dad. For me, even saying that out loud is just weird, because I don't know, I don't like to talk about it, because I feel like, one, on this podcast, we're going to have such different opinions and we have such different views and we have just such different feelings about this entire situation.
And it's
Um
mad because we're 15 months apart, grew up in the same house, and we have such different perspectives and experiences and feelings about
mm,
everything. Yeah.
I think as well, because we're just two different people. Like, yes, we're sisters and we're very similar, but we're vastly different. Like, I think that's why this podcast works as well. We can completely see the difference in both of us in it. Like, we're different. But I don't know. Talking about this is, I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You're already like,
Yeah, I'm already like,
yeah,
oh, what the fuck, bro? Like, I don't even know if I want to talk about
yeah.
this. But for example, let me go back to like, let me just scale it back a little bit. I got the 9 to 5 the day I found out I had the interview for my job the day.
Do you know what? The day we found out, do you know what I said to you?
What?
Well, I text you. I text you in that morning, and I said, "Hey, I'm feeling really good about myself. I think I'm ready to come back to the podcast." And you're like, "Okay, yeah, great, let's come back." Because I think the time off was predominantly
What, the
for
day of my interview?
no, the day that we found out Dad died. You found out you got the job the day.
No, if you let me fucking finish
Oh,
saying what
sorry,
I was saying,
sorry,
I was
sorry, sorry.
saying I had my interview the day we found out.
Oh, right, yes,
And
yes,
I had a good interview,
yes.
and I was like, oh shit, that was good. And then, but I don't know. And then obviously later at work, I found out at like 9 o'clock. Um, and I don't think I processed it very well at all. At all. I didn't process the exact moment well. I remember I was playing something out on live television, but I picked up the call and I got told this, and my whole world just span, and I didn't understand. And I think I was in shock for so long. And the shock then turned into anger, turned into very like crazy sadness, hysterical crying, not understanding, trying to be a protector towards you, but trying to be a protector towards our brother, trying to be and understand what I was going through. Or maybe I just didn't understand. I don't know what I was doing. And I think then, like, finding out a few days later, I think I'd been maybe like a week later, I found I was just going on my work emails because immediately messaged the recruiters. I say immediately, but like the next day I emailed because I also had my second stage interview for another job. I was like, yo, I cannot come in person for this. So they like let me do it online, but of course I did not prepare for that interview, so I knew I wasn't going to get the job. But a few days later, I then log on to my emails and I see like accept this new role, and I was like, what? And I just couldn't believe like it was happening because I had waited for so long for a new job. I had waited for so long for a job that I actually wanted, that was a 9 to 5, a work from home. Yeah. Never worked from home in my life, which is wild. Um, and I got that, and this was all around the time that my dad had passed away, and I was so sad. But on the other hand, like I was so like, how am I supposed to feel? Like I always envisioned how I would feel finding a new job, finally getting the fuck out of shift life. And then I had got this great news, and I didn't know how to be,
Mm.
and I just didn't know how to act.
I think sometimes with death and grief, there's an unknown or unsaid sentiment around like you can't enjoy things or progress. Like life is meant to stop and time is meant to stand still, but that the world has never worked like that. Physics has never worked like that. And yeah, grief has never worked like that. It's a changing thing every day. It progresses and then minimizes, and you just comes at you different every single day. I think it was amazing that that happened, and as one ending happened, that obviously tragic and sad, something amazing came from that time as well. It wasn't
Yeah.
all doom and gloom. Imagine you never did get that job.
I
That
know,
would
and
have felt even suckier
I
on top of that.
know, I know, I do think of that. I do. That's why I do really think that like God was looking out for me, because and God does look out for me. I know that God looks out for me. It's so weird. Like there have been instances where things in my life have happened, or I get blessed in certain ways. And like I said, I know this is a dumb example, but I really felt God when I got my nose job because it was such an invasive surgery. But felt God, or I felt the spiritual presence around me. And again, when I got this job, I felt like somebody was looking out for me. And
Hmm.
I think that was kind of the thing that was making me feel a bit better. Or not like I was super happy, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. I know something's happened for a reason here.
Hmm.
And the world moves in mysterious places. So yeah, I think it was just a place where I just didn't know how to deal with my emotions, didn't know how to deal with this new beginning, but also was like obviously happy because I fucking hated going to my
Mm.
other job. Um and yeah, I don't know, like it feels really lovely to have had this now, being in this new beginning.
Hmm.
And I know I need to go to therapy. And it's so funny
And
because
maybe it's the timing as well, like how significant that dad did die, and then you've got this new job that is changing your whole lifestyle and how much time you have. And now hopefully you can slowly start to incorporate that healing and the processing into your time, because that shift life wasn't giving you that.
mm,
And yeah, I'm excited for you to do that. I think for me, like I said, like I remember texting you that morning saying, I feel really great. Like, let's come back to the podcast. And I was ready to go. And you were like, yeah, okay. Because I honestly feel like before then you were like, shall we come back? You were really like thinking about it so much and being like, when are we going to come back? When are we going to do this? And I just like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And so when I said that day, I was like, okay, we're finally on the same page. And then you then weren't ready to come back.
well,
And we just literally traded places essentially. So, yeah, I mean, it is crazy. I feel like I've been in therapy for like a while now, and during the time off, was processing so much of that, and already grieving him because he hasn't been in our lives for so long. So really grieving like having a father figure, like really grieving like you won't have that in this lifetime, and you never will in this lifetime. Like no one's gonna look out for you like that. And even how everything we've experienced with him, how that shows up in my romantic life, my friendships, the job that I do, I think is like heavily related to our experiences and how we grew up. So I think it's a different thing of processing it now. I think around the time I was in survival mode, like you were feeling everything and I felt nothing. I just was like numb. And I was like, I've got to be here for you. I've got to be here for our brother. And, I'm
Which
the
is so
eldest.
funny because I was trying to be also there
You always have been.
for
You
you
always
guys.
felt like you have always felt a responsibility towards your siblings where you feel like you need to hold it down. Whereas I feel like, not that you don't do that, but I feel like I just do that and I just get on with it. And I know that I'm holding it down for you guys, kind of thing. Whereas I think yours comes from more of like an anxiety perspective. I don't know
Mm.
if that's fair to say.
Yeah, anxiety, emotional. I feel like, oh, am I the reason that this has happened? Even though
Mm.
I am not the reason, but I feel like I am the reason that certain
Yeah.
things happen or something. Like I put myself in this boat and I'm like, I should have done this, I should have done that. But actually, I didn't fucking do anything.
Mm.
And I think mine is just, again, it comes from that protection.
Yeah, you have always been very, very protective growing up. And I think I have, but in a more silent way. Like I
Yeah.
think I just do things and I just get on with it and
Mm.
I'm like, this is me doing it rather
Mm.
than there's not me bashing you, but I don't overthink things. I don't second guess myself. I'm like, right, this is what needs to be
But I
done.
think also I'm realizing that does also stem from my childhood,
Mm,
where I was like just the silent one and then unsure of how to feel or act because I was always doing what I was told. So then I was never really sure of actually how I did feel.
mm,
And I think I'm realizing that now. And like I'm so indecisive. If anyone knows me, I am the most indecisive person. My friends take the absolute piss out of me all the time. It's funny though. Because it's true, like I am very indecisive. I don't even know what I want to order in the restaurant, man. Like, that's why I'm like, oh, you order that, I order this, and then we do half in it. Like, it's just like I can't, I can't make a decision. Even like choosing like a cocktail on the menu, I'm like, why is this shit so hard? Maybe I do. I just need to go to therapy for like
yeah.
even these small things. But I feel like they
But
they
you'll
also
realize that these are not small things and they stem from something bigger. Do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
Because I'm like, why do I find it so hard? Or for example, I really fixate on things like even today, yeah, I'm like, why did we choose to do the episode we're coming back to after work, bro? My hair is so greasy, bro. My pesto fell down on my trousers on my top today. And that wasn't me dropping it, it just leaked from the thing. So I was like, oh my God, who's fucking with me? Who's fucking with me? But like, and we're here now, innit? And we're talking,
yeah.
and it's nice. Like, it's actually just easy.
Mm.
You get it? Like,
I
it's
know. I was thinking, like, can I podcast? Can I do this again? Do people even want to hear from me? Um,
no, the
but
people have been missing us. Trust me, the people have been missing us, and I know it.
thank you. No, it is nice. It is nice. Just before Dad died, I was in Utrecht seeing my best friend Molly for the weekend, and some of her colleagues listened to the podcast and they were asking me all about it.
Is
And
it? Which one?
her colleagues' names are Saishri
I'm not
and
asking your what the
oh,
colleagues. I'm asking what they listen to.
well, they listened to all of it. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, 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 yeah. They listen, yeah, to every
Thanks,
episode.
Saishri.
That loyal and Varsha as well. So yeah, they were talking to me about it, and I've never met them before, and they don't they if they didn't like the podcast, they never had to mention it. Like, how would I have known like
Yeah.
that you listen and stuff? But they y- were saying the nicest things, and that was so nice to hear. Where I wasn't feeling the most confident when we were off and things, so that was so
Yeah,
nice.
you know what, word? Because I also get really shy when we talk about the podcast, and maybe that's a confidence thing. Like, I know our podcast is really good, but I think when I talk about it to other people, I always like try and act as if like I'm like, oh yeah, it's just about this. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, I really want to listen. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you can listen. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. But actually, it's a great podcast.
Yeah.
It's a
No, I
great
feel the same. I'm
podcast.
laughing because I'm like, I feel exactly the
When
same.
people come on, they really are excited, and like the amount of DMs we get, which is so wild. Because like I think maybe in my head I think like, oh, it's a follower thing. We don't have like loads of
Mm,
followers, right? So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like our podcast isn't big, but actually the numbers when people actually engage with our content is good. People know who we are. We've been recognized.
mm.
People know who we are, and they say really good things about it. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Shout to us.
Shout out to us. And now we're back, and I really hope that we can maybe do something a bit more like consistent and that because like consistency is something
Amen.
I cannot do. I never have done. And that's why I also am taking my health seriously, Nikita
Yes.
Peggy, because
Well, don't Nikita begging me like I'm not.
I never said that.
You
I'm just addressing you. Yes, stop taking everything so personally,
No,
man.
but you love to make out that I'm not, but okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm announcing that I'm doing it because
Mm.
I signed up to Fitness with Keisha again. So I say again because I did Fitness with Keisha in 2021. And I kind of was, I think I had a scan and I was like borderline PCOS, but they said you don't actually have PCOS. So I never got diagnosed, but I was like,
You
fuck
know
it,
that just
like,
got renamed. You
yeah,
know that just got
I
renamed
sent that to
today.
you. Yeah, I sent
Yeah.
you her
Okay.
post, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the one who sent it.
I've seen as well, but yeah, carry on. Tell them.
You're like,
I'm gonna just shut up for now. Yeah,
you know that
you go.
you know that I can't rename right now. Like, I sent you that.
Okay, Blue Peter badge for you. Thank
Yeah,
you
it
so
is.
much.
Anyway, Keisha, I've signed up with Keisha again because I actually did get diagnosed properly in 2022 or 2023. I think it was 22. And I have just dramatically put on weight like the last year. And obviously, one, aging, metabolism, all of these things. But I feel like my fatigue, I'm just so tired.
The fatigue is that on it. I find that the hardest part.
And I like coffee these days, yeah, but fucking hell, I can't drink that much in it. And like otherwise I start going toilet a lot. And I can't like and I know that this is like PCOS and facial hair, like I get a lot of neck hair. Um, what else happens to me? Just hungry all the time, cravings, moody
Moody,
moo.
moody.
You're moody. I don't come for me with the moodiness, Nikia.
No, and I'm agreeing with you. The moody mood.
Anyway, we've had Keisha on the podcast before, but what's wild is I feel like I've loved her being on the podcast, but I've never really like understood what I was going through, like, or she would speak, but I don't know if I was absorbing everything because I wasn't fully in it. But now I feel
Mm.
like, oh, I have PCOS, so I really understand what she was saying. I really understand. This isn't just a podcast for awareness or like what you were going through. I'm now going through it. So I was like, I need to sign up to her because one,
Yeah,
consistency is like something that it's when you have PCOS, you need to have a lifestyle change
yeah,
in order to see results, in order to get your periods regular. Because girl, them shits is not regular. You know, just being more active and healthy and eating well. Because again, I feel like I love food in it. We're foodies. Like, I love food, but I was really not looking at what I was or how much I was eating. I'll finish Nikki's plate. I'll finish my mum's plate, and I will still be
but that's what the
hungry.
annoying thing is. Because honestly, I feel like I.
Nikki, don't say it, please. Please don't.
Okay, wait.
She always thinks that, like, oh yeah, you're so skinny, even though you eat so much. Da, da, da.
She
No,
does. I swear, Tasha can eat twice, three
I'm
times as
not.
me, and I just gotta
I'm
look at it
not,
and I put
Nikki.
on
Oh
weight.
no, no, that's
You
not
are.
true. That's not true.
I would do Freaky Friday you
I just like
any
to eat.
day,
I just love.
any Friday.
I love food. Like that is what it is. I
Yeah,
love food, but
you are a foodie.
the fact is that now I'm eating and it's staying like properly, and it's having all these effects. And obviously, like then my stress levels, the cortisol levels, and my sugar intake, and my what's the other
Yes.
one? Cortisol. What's the other like? Insulin
Yeah,
resistance, all of these things, like they're getting affected.
they are.
So I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to say about that.
Whereas I feel like I've taken a slightly different approach. I think I was recognizing how much my mental capacity and health was impacting my ability to do day-to-day things. It was impacting my mood, which was impacting my ability to work out, or, and that's why I was like feeling so inconsistent with it's not like I don't eat well or don't exercise. Like I love to go to the gym and swim and, all of these things, but I feel like the consistency wasn't there. And then I was like, because my mood is not consistent every day. So I really felt like I was doing that, but really was making a conscious effort to really go through therapy and delve ugh, to delve into all of that. And now I'm excited for the rest of this healing journey and then how that maybe looks physically and yeah, and how I'll feel.
I'm excited for you, girl. I am
Thank
excited
you,
for
thank
you.
you.
And
I will say that other thing that we or I've been doing in the time off is watching fuckloads of TV
yeah, man.
and
Since I
films.
got this 9 to 5, I can actually watch TV.
Yeah, and it's your job to watch TV
Yeah,
as
it's my
well.
job also. Not just watching TV, but that's my job is a lot is in TV.
Mm, mm.
Carry on what you're saying. What are you watching?
No, I just think it's great. Like it's been so like while we've taken time off, the culture has still been
Oh
accelerating and
my gosh,
expanding
massively.
and it's so exciting to see. I remember watching the final of this year's Apprentice.
Shout
Karishma,
Karishma. Shout out. Listen, let me pause
you
this for
tell
you.
you tell the story. I know you want to.
Before we talk about
Mm.
the final, Karishma, I have been following her for the longest time. The longest time before she even I don't know what number follower I am, and I wish I could know because I have been following her for so fucking long, and I have loved her personality. I have loved her just her unapologetic self, and this is something I really love in a woman. It's just being this proud Indian
Preach,
woman,
preach, preach.
so unapologetically herself, so funny, like just amazing, positive, but also like being like calling people out on their shit. And then I asked her to come on the podcast and she was like, yeah. And she followed me and I was like, oh my God, come. And then she just went silent or something. And then I saw that Kishkin launched and I had no idea that like this, I was a follower of hers before Kishkin was even announced, before she even said she was working on skincare or
I
anything.
remember
Yeah.
you like
Look
showed
at
me
me,
her.
number one fangirl. I knew her first. But genuinely, like the way I loved this girl, and there are people on the internet in it that you just connect with because they just give you such vibes. But like she's majorly one for me. And then Kishkin came out, and I straight away bought her oil, the rose hip to the rescue oil. Straight away bought it. Took a photo and I sent it to her, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's a sick photo." And I was like, "Yeah, your oil is amazing." I think I'm on my third bottle now because respectfully, like, I'm really, really like, you don't even need like you don't even need loads to like get the miracle out of the oil, I'm telling you. But yeah, then when I saw that she was on Flipping Apprentice, I was like, oh my God, that's why you haven't been replying to me. Oh my God, where?
Yeah, you and your personal relationship. I literally just sitting here nodding like I'm just so passionate. Okay, she's
No,
still
but like, when you just love someone and you're like, oh my God, like
yeah, but
just to
I don't know
see,
if this is gonna endear her to want to get to know. I don't know if it's given like you love me too much. Like I don't
maybe, maybe.
know.
But
But I want to come back to the final now. We get it. You love her. I love her.
yeah, and when I saw her that she was coming on Apprentice, oh my God, lost my mind. Anyway, Karen.
But I tuned into the final live and it was so exciting to see because when the way she conducts herself every single episode, she is the boss. And it's so refreshing to see
Absolutely.
because all the years I've been watching The Apprentice, I really felt like I could do better than this. And I would be like in school and I was like, I know I could do better than these adults on this show. Like, and where did they find these Lulus from? Like, I
I
don't
felt
know.
like a lot of it became like like in the end it was becoming very much like TV personality who can give a good show or whatever.
Yes.
And yes, it's about personality, which she absolutely has, but
An
she
abundance.
also has fucking brains and she knows her shit
Mm.
so well. Like obviously there was tasks with social media. But also just like I think she had a lot of grace in the
But grace, but
tasks.
also clarity. And I
Yeah.
don't think it's a struggle for lots of adults to do that. And she's so young.
Mm.
She's so young. She had such clarity, confidence,
And she was real. Again,
understanding.
herself.
So real, so herself. The presentation was amazing to watch
Yeah.
because she just beamed confidence. She beamed and she backed herself so much.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see a South Asian woman do that. Because again, like I don't think we've really been given a space or even like had it in our minds to know that we can give that to ourselves for such a long time. And it was just amazing to watch her. I mean, especially her and her lenga. I mean, she looked amazing.
Oh
And I
my God,
love
amazing.
that she was
Gorgeous.
unapologetic
Gorgeous.
in wearing that. And she looked 10 out of
Gorgeous.
10. And just the way she holds herself and her professionalism, but also for the representation. Like it was
You
amazing.
know what? I have to say, I actually cried.
Yeah.
Again, fangirling or whatever. But it's so emotional to see
Yeah.
someone that you have seen like just you do feel like you know some
hmm
people on the internet or whatever, yeah. But
hmm
I think also just watching her through the weeks, it was so nice to see her growth and her ability to have that remain confident about herself and just be so sure that, yo, I'm the person for this. And two, she's just a deserving person. She's a very deserving person.
Yeah.
And it made me cry.
She's brilliant. It was amazing to watch her, and I love how people connected with her story about how she would do anything for her dad, and how she's the daughter of an immigrant, and she's really living that dream, and living out an immigrant parent's dream. You know what I mean? And it's just beautiful to see. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about her. It was amazing to
Inspiring.
watch. The other person or things that I've been watching and seeing is Riz Ahmed. So Bait was incredible. The sound score for that is out of this
But it was
world
really
good.
good. I was tripping. I did.
Gus Khan is like I actually like
Yeah.
cry with laughter when I watch Gus Khan. Like he's
He's so
amazing.
funny. He's so funny. And
Yeah.
like he's actually got a show in Soho Theatre, Walthamstow. I
Coming
really
up.
yeah, let's go. Let's go,
Yes, we're
come.
going.
I actually took a gummy and I watched that. So you can imagine when I saw the pig's head, I was going nuts and I didn't understand. I was like, is this real? Is this so real right now? Like I just didn't expect it. You know, have you seen? You've
Yeah, I've
watched
watched
it.
it,
You
obviously,
know when he's
yeah.
going around with the pig's head, yeah?
Yeah.
Like obviously I understand, like, in the context of the program, I won't give it away, but oh my God, I was tripping the fuck out.
I thought it was great.
It
And
was great. No, but I'm
I love
saying
that site. I
I
think
was high, Nikita. I literally was like, but like gummy high. You know when you're just
yes.
like, what the fuck? Another time that happened as well was when I watched Sinners,
Yeah.
and we took a gummy. Yeah. Um. Imagine you're watching Sinners and you think, okay, cool, this is like a little cowboy film, whatever the fuck, and then all of a sudden the vampires are coming to eat everybody. I could not understand. And then you start singing a little Irish dance.
The Irish dance and the gummies, too much.
Oh my God, I was going nuts. I was honestly going nuts. Anyway, that's my story about that.
Anyways, my story is about Bait. I can't say enough good things about it and how original it is. And again, he's also thinking about representation and putting that in the story of Bait in terms of, he's always saying like Bond doesn't look like us.
Yeah.
And he's made something off that one thought and thought, hey, how would this play out? And I just thought the genius that is Riz Ahmed. It was amazing to see how that played out. The sound score, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This, with Aruj Aftab. Like, oh my God, that is like amazing. Even hearing Bombay Mami and
Yeah, man. Shout out.
yeah, it was
Shout
amazing.
out, Queen.
There's so many other good tracks. I mean, Georgia, and even again, like it's the mix that I think this is why we created Two Chickpeas. I've always talk about the dual heritage, and he really gets that. So then
Mm-hmm.
him bringing in Georgia Smith
Yeah.
to add to that sound, because that is the sound of the UK,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? And how that blends in with what's happening on screen and the characters and everything. Amazing. Even him releasing Hamlet, his own version of Hamlet. Oh, like
Which I haven't
Shakespeare?
seen, but yeah. Have you watched that?
No, not fully.
Oh my God, we need to see it because I know it came out and I think it came out around like
I think,
my
yeah,
birthday, and then I just didn't get to see it. Really sad.
it's something I still need to see, but I was gonna speak on it in the sense of like, again, he's thinking about what does this, because the thing is, Shakespeare is timeless. And I've felt this way since I remember learning Shakespeare at school and falling in love with him since then. And I've always spoken about the genius that he is. His work is timeless. The themes in his work and his plays and his stories are timeless. They've continued ever since he's written them. So to watch the genius again that is Riz
And
Ahmed.
to like have it set,
Yeah.
like have that play about and based on a British Asian family,
Mm-hmm.
ingenious.
Genius.
I think it's ingenious, and
Genius.
especially because I know the story of Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to do that with a family, like to do that with a South Asian family, it literally is this Asian family.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we definitely definitely got to watch that and
Watch
report
it, yeah,
back to you guys
completely.
at some
But
point.
the fact that he's even done that is incredible. So yeah, I've really been enjoying seeing how the culture is expanding and growing, and that we're more visible everywhere now as well, which is so exciting and I think needed. I mean, I'm not going to go into it because it's another episode all in its own, but yeah, the political climate of the UK right now, I never ever thought I'd be
Yeah,
growing up like
this
this.
country's finished.
I never thought. I remember like growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, and there was such an emphasis on anti-racism,
Mm,
especially in sport. I remember like in football especially, there was like so many campaigns around racism in sport and ending that. And I thought, how lucky am I to be growing up in a time where there's so much attention into how we consider other people or racism and like, it felt like there was like a universal understanding of that's so wrong. But we live in a completely different, like we've regressed so much since then. And actually, me and some of my friends were talking in our group chat about, after the local elections happened and talking about like, okay, do we feel safe? Like, where should we go? And like Googling, like, where's the safest place to go? Like, where's the good work-life balance? Like,
mm,
where would we be happy? Which is so weird because I am British to my core. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've grown up in this land. I don't know anything else but this. And it's weird to think that because of how I look,
mm.
I'm not considered British whatsoever, or
I think it's
yeah.
a very like it's so warped. People's minds are really warped because they have an uneducated
Mhm.
mind, and they will be taught from their families who say like, oh yeah,
Mm.
them who look like this. We're so labeled, and yeah, it is a scary fucking world because
It's so
who knows who's
scary.
gonna turn on us when we're walking down the street, or and I'm very blessed in the fact that we were blessed growing up in Haldor. I remember saying like, we went to a school that was
It was
predominantly,
multicultural
yeah,
school.
predominantly Asian though. And it was almost like,
We joke about it being Brownslow, but I look at my friendship circle and we all have different backgrounds
yeah, I know, but
completely. Yeah.
yeah, and that's so true. But I think majority of our school was Asian.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, which is
Yeah.
so wild. And it's like, okay, cool. So, but we're still being made to feel like we're like a problem, or we are the minority. Yes.
Yeah. I think it does come from a lack of understanding. I think British colonial history isn't taught in school, not effectively if it is. And I think there is a complete lack of understand, and even like from the general public, because how can everyone how can anyone think that immigrants are an issue in this country when actually the country thrives off having immigrants? Like
Mm,
there's the
mm,
economy is in dire state as it is from people in government thinking we're better off outside of Europe. We're better, we don't need migrants coming into the
yeah.
that's the whole big issue. And that doesn't make any sense. Like, isn't the national dish of the UK fucking
Do you know what
chicken
I'm
tikka
saying? Do you know
masala?
what I'm
Like,
saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
and
I get
yeah.
really annoyed when we talk about politics sometimes because I just hate that this world is actually going the world is fucked already, yeah. Like we're just
Mm.
only talking about the UK, but when you really deep it and like what's surrounding us and like continually on the news, all we see is things being or people and groups of people, groups of society, education, lack of funding, and everything just getting worse and worse, where like our governments can't even the government don't even get on with each other. Keir Starmer doesn't get on with his cabinet. Like what are we doing here?
Mhm.
um yeah, I don't know how things are going to get better. I mean, or hopefully when this episode comes
I mean,
out.
this started ever since the Tories came into power in 2011. I remember that shift happening so quickly. I remember thinking as well, this is when they introduced the 9 grand fees for tuition. And I was like, oh, the government takes ages for things. Maybe, I'll skip that. But I was the first fucking year. So you can implement things when you want to implement
Were
them,
you the
government.
first year? I don't know
Yeah,
why I
the
thought
first year, the
I thought I
first
was the
year.
first year.
No, I was the
I don't
first
think you
year.
was.
Honey,
I don't think you was with
I
the
can see my student loan go out of my paycheck
yeah,
every
yeah, from the
month.
second and third year, no?
No, from no, because
Oh, was it only second year? Oh,
if
okay, cool.
I started paying 3 grand a
I
year,
don't
I would have
understand
done
that
that
show.
throughout the entirety of my course. They wouldn't have changed midway.
Oh.
I was the first year to pay 9 grand a year for university. And yeah, again, my whole point is they implemented that so quickly. The knock-on effect, the ripple effect from doing that is outrageous. Same with the decisions around Brexit. Um,
How are we going so political on this
no, but
podcast?
I don't want to. Like I said, it's an episode all in itself. But I think it is returning to the
I
fact.
won't be joining on that podcast.
I could get into it. I mean, I'm
I
ready to
know.
talk some truth.
You know, at the end of the, you know, when it's like at the end of the night, and then like all the uncles and shit get on the daru, and then they're talking about politics, and you're like, oh my God, it's
But I
my
think
only
it is
time.
important to talk about
No,
it
I'm
because
not
it
saying it's
is.
not, guys. I'm not saying it's
No, no,
not.
no. And the uncles talking about it is, I think, part of the problem because I think there is like lots of misinformation there. It's very shocking to see how many brown people are in reform, or even
Mm-mm.
like before,
That is
like
so
in the
much.
conservative party. And maybe I'm wrong to say that you because you do have a right to align yourself with whatever political party you feel is best for you. We live in a democracy. However, my issue with seeing Asian people in a reform party is that they're talking about a glorified time of when they felt the country was better, and somewhat romanticizing the racism and the struggle and the
Which
isolation
is
that our
so wild
families
because
and
honestly,
generations before us have experienced. And they're romanticizing a time that wasn't the best or the easiest for
it
people
was
in this
horrendous. They went
country.
through it, which is so crazy to
Yeah.
think that that shit that doesn't exist anymore. It still absolutely does. Like
Yeah.
racism is horrendous. Um, but to think that it was the way it was back in the day, and to then support a party like Reform is fucking insanity to me.
Mhm.
Insanity.
Mm.
And I think that's also something that gets me mad as well. Is like it's even your own people.
And yeah, and that is, I think that should be a whole episode in itself. We spoke about
Mhm.
this recently with some other people who've talking to us podcast wise about the Asian community and how we're not always the most supportive of each other. We don't always lift each other up. We don't always try and bring people along on the journey. Do you know what I mean? It's very much like, I've built this, I've done this, stay in your lane, or it's like a competitive factor.
Mm.
um Whereas, yeah, I don't understand that whatsoever when we have so much shared history and oppression. So where does this divide come from? It's baffling to me, really. But that is another episode to come, isn't it? Because you girls are bloody back, babe.
Yeah, we're bloody back, and it feels nice to be. I will say also, like, you know, it does feel like a different energy, even though, like, yes, my new era was 30, apparently. I really do feel the shift now. I really do. And
Isn't it so nice being in the
I do,
30s? So
yeah. And
nice.
this is the year of the horse or whatever, and we're literally
I'm waiting.
approaching
I'm
June.
waiting for my horse to
I
start
wonder
running.
if it will be if we will release this May, June. But you know, the fact that we're in this year, it does feel like a new beginning, and I do feel in so many aspects of my life that have changed, whether it be and aspects of my life have
Hmm.
changed as of yours, yeah. Like I feel like my relationship changed, my family relationships have changed, my did I say friendships?
No, you haven't.
Friendships have changed, like dynamics have changed. And I don't necessarily think it's all bad. I think it's like healthy and good
Because
and
that's just the way it is.
um
Things will never be the same.
yeah.
Sorry. But they won't. And that's what's so exciting. And I'm glad that you guys are along with us for the ride as we change, grow, evolve, and um yeah, and just and go on this crazy ride together, really. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to
Yeah, and I'm gonna
experience.
really try to open up more, I
I
think,
think
on
you've
it.
done really, really well
Thank
today
you.
because when we were talking about doing this episode beforehand, you literally couldn't handle it and had the worst
I
anxiety.
think, yeah, because I think with you, you're really strong in your opinions, and I feel like I am very
But those are my
soft and emotional,
experiences.
and I get that, but I feel like I'm very soft and emotional, and I am the emotional one. I am the crier or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Um,
I was like, you will never see me cry.
yeah, I am. So I just didn't know how I was gonna feel, but yeah, I will do the work on myself eventually.
Do you know, as
Um,
a closing thought, what made me more, because I think definitely in previous seasons, I think I was a lot more withholding in terms of myself and how vulnerable I want to be on our platform. However, the time off gave me a chance to think about how the people I relate to the most and admire the most, whether it be podcast wise or music wise or art or film, TV, whatever it is, they have used all their deepest vulnerabilities and experiences and been brave to talk about it. And I've been able to relate because of that. And I'm a fan or admirer of them because of that.
Yeah.
So it's just given me more confidence, I think, to own my story and my experiences. My opinions are not gonna be the opinions or of yours even. Like I said, we grew up in the same household. We're only 15 months apart. We could not be more different people. We could not be more um
That's so jokes, and then you put them in a podcast, innit?
yeah, that's it. The two chickpeas in the pod. Like we are our own individuals, but we're together
But we are in the pod.
in the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm excited for what these new episodes have to come
And I think we'll
and
be doing more like me and you chats as well, because I
mm,
think I like it. I like
yeah.
it. We do like bringing our guests on, which is so nice, and it's wonderful to have such important conversations. Celebrating British Asian people,
Hmm.
things, um, but also, talking about us and our experiences and what we've been going through.
Hmm.
I think it's
Which I
really
don't
like
think we did as
so
much.
much people relate to us. Who knows? Who knew? And they love it. I think it's really nice that we have that love between us and the differences,
Hmm.
because sometimes you really do feel like you are by yourself, but actually there's so many people that relate. And I've had messages before where it's like, oh my gosh, thank you for talking about this. Even when I did talk about my anxiety, I think this was like season 1, I had like so many messages
Hmm.
to be like, thank you so
Or
much for
even
opening
people's
up.
like when we first started the podcast, so many people messaged to say like, "Oh my God, I thought I was the only one who felt this way.
Yeah,
Not Indian enough for my family, not British enough for my friends. Like,
yeah.
what the hell do I fit?" You know, and then since then, it's so crazy to see how people have felt and resonated with us in this like we're one foot here, one foot there kind of thing. But now that how that's being represented across so many platforms in theatre, film, TV, music, podcast, whatever it might be, or even the art space, it's so, so exciting. And yeah, I can't wait for more episodes with you. Well done. I think you have opened up more on this episode than you have in previous
Thanks,
ones.
Johnny. Thank you.
And yeah, I am proud of us and what's to come. So until next time, it's been your girl Nikita,
It's been your girl Tash.
and you've been listening to Two Chickpeas and a Podcast.